Really? We have one flight a day. It's been a long time since I got really excited about a knife. I'm excited about this guy. This is the Brothers of Bushcraft from Tops Fieldcraft 3.5. 1095 carbon steel, their version of natural micarta, red liners, brass thong hole. I'm guessing stainless hardware. Nicely contoured handle. Bow divot both sides. Nice traditional little scallop there, both sides. A nice thickness. Beautiful balance. Fits my hand perfectly. It is like an extension of my hand. Things I've already done to modify this knife, because I'm not going to leave one alone. First thing I did when I received this was spend an hour and a half, 2 hours on the edge. Now that might seem like a lot. It is, because I do it by hand. I'll put a link to a video where I teach you how to do that. Turn a Scandi grind into a Scandivex. In this case, turn a kind of a Scandi grind with a huge secondary bevel into a Scandivex. Once you get it done, it's very gratifying. You're going to really like your knife that much more. The stock is still thick enough that it doesn't become a chippy edge, but it does become quite slicey. Like I said, I was slicing garlic. You can already see the patina. So this is now a Scandivex with no secondary bevel. The other thing that I did, like I've talked about with the big knife, is this came up to more of a square or more of a point, kind of like that. I rounded it and polished it. If you're going to choke up or even be close, you don't want something pointy poking you in the finger. And then if you really choke up, you don't need that in that knuckle. So I rounded that. I may or may not round it some more. We shall see. I always take off less than I need, because you can always take more off. You can never add it back. I love the fact that this does not have the protruding butt. There's no need for that. Grip is wonderful. Their attention to detail on these is superb. And for the price, it's unbeatable, really. These are great. I highly recommend getting this. The only other thing that I might do is, with my buffer, knock down some of that finger jimping. It's a little extreme. Doesn't hurt for a little time of use, but after an extended period of time it might become bothersome. So just rounding those off a little bit just makes it that much more comfy. It's still usable jimping, but not painful. I like Tops knives. I like their Kydex sheath until you get to the part that attaches to your belt, and that's the metal clip. Within 5 minutes of this knife being in my possession, I had that clip bent out of the way, used an Allen wrench, took that screw out, and threw that crap away. Then I ground down the nub that all of that attached to. So now you have a hole. If you can see the hole there, you see. But that doesn't matter, because that's the side that's facing your belt. So you can have a hole there. And then I used a small tech lock, starting with the middle hole, then made it parallel to the straight edge of the sheath. Used a Swiss Army knife after marking the hole and drilled the hole. Used the awl on a Swiss Army knife. If you don't have an awl like this on your Swiss Army knife, you need one. These makes the greatest self-centering little drill bits ever, and with such control. I did take out the top rivet because I like the knife to be able to go in and come out without yanking my pants up to my armpit or down to my knees. So now it goes in and out nicely. It's retained. I now have a tech lock secured with 2 screws, rubber washers, and it can go on my belt, piece of cake, and come off. And I carry this more than I thought I ever would. I love this knife. I am not sponsored by Tops. I buy all my own stuff. But when I find something that I really like, and I'm really liking this one, I want to share it with you guys. I think I'm going to go use this now.